Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. And every Eternal season, we always find an Ezreal deck that makes you wish Ezreal was no longer in the game. And this is one of those. So this Ezreal Draven Katarina deck plays Sunken Temple and then plays all these Noxus removal control cards like Lord Broadman and Disintegrate to just make your opponent's life miserable. So it's kind of similar to other Noxus PNC control piles that we have seen in the past, right? We've seen Seraphine Samira over the last two Eternal seasons. Before that, we used to see the original Draven Ezreal with Tribune, etc. And this kind of just continues with that, except that now we have Sunken Temple. It's like no matter how many times Riot tries to nerf this Noxus control PNC archetype, it comes back. It comes back, right? And this is one of the reasons. This deck is actually the deck that we took to Masters in this season, and you're going to see those couple of games taking us to Masters here in this video. So hope you enjoy the games. If you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You can also join our channel and become a member. We have two different tiers, Gladiators and Champions, each with different perks. Find out more about that below in the description or in the little join button. That's the subscription button. Hope you enjoy the games, and I'll see you at the end for some mulligan tips and in-depth breakdown. In this match, we're going against Lissandra and Trundle with Bilgewater. Why Bilgewater? What are we looking at in Bilgewater? I like the Draven. Obviously, I want to see my Sunken Temple, but I think the Draven and the Formula are both very good parts to start with, and we get the Temple anyway, so... Especially because we have the attack token on 3, so playing Draven in turn 3 is nice. What are we playing against? Lissandra Trundle with Bilgewater. If it was just like Shadow Isles, I could at least say, okay, this is going to be like a TLC control deck. So he's still going to be the ramp, obviously, right? So his opponent's still going to try to ramp here. Yeah, that's fine. Honestly, the hardest part here is that we might... we can if we play Formula next turn, we have to find another unit, another thing to play. Otherwise, we're going to be overdrawing. I guess, okay, the chances of us drawing a removal for this is pretty high, right? I guess not. I guess not, so I'm going to have to go like this. We might have to use the spinning axe to just attack with Draven. Because we're going to play Sunken Temple afterwards, right? Yeah, so we might go like this. Just because I have too many cards in my hand, opponent's just trying to ramp up. It might just be it might just be a Worm of the Skull triple ramp, okay? That's gonna be dicey, but we do have access to the temple, so that kind of helps us out a little bit. Yeah, this might just be kind of sucks that we had to use the Aftershock and we can't pop their troll then. This is great when the opponent gets the Watcher, by the way. So I think we just keep this for the Watcher. We got a Katarina now. Oh. What? Interesting. I will say, actually, let's go Katarina. Because I'm going to probably pick Katarina anyways. Take advantage that the opponent didn't play, like the opponent tapped out of Avalanche. So just go like this. This puts me at exactly 8 cards, so I have enough to attack next turn. I guess I got to miss the spinning axe. I'm actually also going to miss Katarina unless I actually... So I need to actually get rid of a card in my hand first. Otherwise, I lose the Katarina here. And I also lose this... Like, I'm gonna lose the spinning axe no matter what, right? What I could do... Is I kind of don't want to use anything here, right? What I could do is to make sure that the Draven attacks, I can go for the Sentry. If the opponent does have an Avalanche, we do have a second Katarina. We just need to get this Ezreal to 8. Yeah, if the opponent avalanches, right? We'll play the second Katarina and force him to have a second Avalanche. If they do, I'm kind of sad, but it is what it is. Might just flock that then. Pioneer, okay. They're gonna just destroy the temple then. So we're gonna have to find another temple. We will have this Katarina. Oops, I need to do it the other way. Need to do it the other way so that we don't lose that Katarina. Ah, okay, alright. So they're gonna kill Katarina anyways. I should have probably just put the place edge. I did not play around them having harsh winds. So that's on me, and we lose the second one. But it does mean that this temple stays alive one more turn. Let's send that Blaze Edge back. I don't think I need to play it this time. Do I want to play the Acquisitioner right now? I think so. Here we go like this and just try to get this later on. Because that way this doesn't get sent back. So that's both our Katarinas, just because I completely forgot about Harsh Winds being a thing. Ezreal is getting closer and closer to leveling up. And once Ezreal is leveled up, then the opponent is going to have a hard time really getting there. Yeah, opponent goes and kills our temple. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything that we need to pop their stuff. We can go here and just pop their frozen throws then. Yeah, we'll kill your frozen throws. I want to play this Blaze Edge because it's fleeting, right? So I do want to play this Blaze Edge because it's fleeting. So we can go like this and just throw this first Ezreal down. Opponent can attack the Draven. And that's fine, right? I think that's fine. So this frozen throws, that's why I didn't want to use, I need to keep the Disintegrate so that I can keep them open. I'm down to push this 3 damage with the Acquisitioner. This lets me play around a freeze. Opponent doesn't have any vengeances or anything like that, so this can die to a flock now, and we just push an extra 3 damage. We need 2 more, and we have plenty of spells.
You can see the Devastian border from here.
I want to use stuff that's not... Could go static, and it levels up the Ezreal right away. But it gives him the draw, and I don't like giving him the draw. I could go like this. So I could go here. And then the Mystic does 3. This does another 2. That's going to be 5. This does a little bit more. This also does damage there. We have Broadman. Opponent gets Lissandra, unfortunately, and we just tapped out of our Disintegrate, so now they actually just stop us, huh? If you had Lissandra this whole time, why not use it? Fortunately for us, though, no, actually we cannot. It has to be. So what we can do, we can still go Mystic here and then go Alute Travelers. What we're gonna have to do is just negate their Watcher. I mean, am I scared of that Watcher just yet? So they get 16 damage there. This gets rid of my blockers, but still the Ezreal stays alive. She's damaged now, so the Brahmin can kill her. And after we kill her with Brahmin, we should be okay. Sure.
Noxians are not the monsters they make us out.
So once we kill her with Brahmin, it's not gonna be great. I mean, we have a second Ezreal, so I'm not too concerned about this just yet. Yeah, so the opponent goes for that. Let's go here. And then I guess go here. Just go like this. We have 2 more Ezreals. The opponent loses both Thralls because of the Brahmin being on the field. This is pushing another 2 damage to the opponent's Nexus. This is pushing another 3. The great thing is that this gets damage, right? So we can just go Blaze Edge, and it pushes the same amount of damage whether I do it on the opponent's Nexus or not. Yeah, so then we play second Ezreal. And then we do the same thing, right? And we have a third one just in case. Let's go Death Ray. I'm gonna go Death Ray first so that I can attack with the Brotman. We can get a free Mystic here. Worst comes to worst, we can always play the Temple. Yes, okay, whatever. If they have the freeze, maybe I just discard the Temple. Yeah, okay, so the opponent has no other way to stop this. You know I have the spinning axe, so you know I can just go like this. That pushes the damage, gets me the Mystic shot, and then we just win the game. Alright. A little bit scary because I did forget about the Harsh Winds that one turn that lost us on Katarina, but we were just able to establish that Brotman down and take that damage from the opponent, and it didn't really matter, so GG's. In this match, we're going against Draven and Jinx. So Draven, Jinx, we kind of want to go more defensive, right? So I think I like the Blaze Edge. I want to see if I can find like some blockers so I can find my Caustic Rift. We got the Caustic Rift. The Caustic Rift is going to just completely blow them out, right? We don't have any blockers. We get Ezreal. Ezreal is not bad. I guess the opponent has blowback though. Opponent has the blowback, so they really want to play this Ezreal. High note? Wow, okay, so I'm getting a lot of great removal. I just need to find the time to like properly use it. Okay. Like here, for example, do we... Like, are we supposed to Mystic here?
The sun rock got me good.
I think I'm supposed to go... Mystic Blaze Edge on these two guys. It sucks because they're 1-drops that I want to kill with Caustic Rift. I guess we can also go Mystic Blaze Edge on here and just keep that guy alive. Sure, let's go like this. I want to keep the Caustic Rift from when the opponent develops more 1-health units. They have a lot of 1-health units. If the Caustic Rift could kill this guy, I would do it, but it cannot, right? So I don't think it's any point in doing it. So I do have this Caustic Rift enabled next turn with the flow. That's a great draw. This is a great draw. Wow. Let's go here. Now we lose the card, right? We lose the card that we just updrafted. Do we let them have the double ads? Opponent saw exactly what I was trying to do, right? We couldn't take advantage of the flow here. I don't think it's worth it to do it right now. We get another draw, that's great. Because I think what we should do is just go Caustic Rift. Oh yeah, I mean... Opponent's like begging for us to do it. Opponent's literally begging for us to do it. Let's go Caustic Rift now. And I'm just gonna block the Draven.
Watch and learn.
Your wickedness shall not prosper.
Let's just go like this. I want to have this high note enabled. Now the flock would have been nice to kill a Jinx. I'm gonna have to find another way to kill Jinx, which is actually high note or something else. The other thing I could do is just go here and try to pop their Jinx right now. Nope, survivor skills. Okay, so the opponent could still have Jinx because he's 4 cost. I don't know why my voice is gone. I guess technically we can go Caustic Rift into a high note to kill it. Opponent's gonna block it. If they block it, then this is an easy. Even if you have a way to level up Jinx, okay. You cannot block this though, right? You cannot block this because then you're gonna get punished by the high note. Alright, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought as well. I was like, you cannot block this. Now the opponent gets their Jinx. We have a second cost of it for all the 1-health units. So that's the one thing I'm iffy about. Like, maybe I got a little bit too jumpy with the flop and the Draven. I should have just let the Jinx save it for the Jinx. Because she is the way that this deck wins the game, right? So I think I just went a little bit too quickly there. When I should have just kind of waited it out. I might just go Temple Caustic Rift, to be honest. Just chump block. Yeah, I might just go Temple Caustic Rift. Let's see if the opponent plays Craft Favorite before we play the Sentry. Opponent has 2 cards, so they need to get rid of 2 cards with 3 mana to be able to get the Rocket. Not difficult for their deck. I think having the Temple down is going to just set me up to be able to find a way to kill the Jinx, whether it's Disintegrate or Flock, because I need to get rid of this Jinx very quickly. If they don't do anything here, then I'm fine, right? Yeah, it's okay. So it's going to be Caustic Rift then? Alright, yeah, so let's just go here. So we Sunken Temple, we Caustic Rift, we block. So we block. Let's do it right now, just in case that the opponent passes back at us. Like, technically the opponent could pass back, and I don't want it to pass back. This sets us up to join another Flock and being able to kill her. 3, 6, 9, 12. Opponent needs to have the Jinx stay alive for 4 more turns for us to kind of die. I guess 3 more turns, really. The problem is that they are getting the draw out of it. Another Temple is not what we're looking for. Disintegrate helps. Disintegrate does help.
Fine.
Do we just kill her now? Feels bad using this when the Jinx is already about to die. Let's just go ahead and do it now. If the opponent has a second Jinx, they have a second Jinx. I wanted to not draw, right? So if they draw the second Jinx here with this top deck from the Rummage, they can play the Rocket plus the second Jinx. Otherwise, I think we have won the game. They can kill this Elude Travelers, where we can just play Miriam to have another blocker. I guess they still have the Flame Chompers to pull with. Okay, so let's see. Did you top deck the second Jinx or not? I wanted to force them in case that they had like a very expensive unit that they couldn't play. I wanted to force him to not be able to level up that Jinx. This is an amazing draw because the access with the Sunken Temple means that we're gonna get additional card draw every single turn, right? Does the access go back to my deck? But I guess I forgot. The Draven goes back, but we got it right back anyway, so it's okay. This heal is not bad. Yeah, the heal here is not bad at all. So we can heal and play access. I don't know that we need a Sentry. Yeah, so let's go Draven. And again, at this point, it's just, now that we were able to stabilize and the double Caustic Rift just kind of messed them up, I think opponent really has no way of winning this. Let's just heal to make sure that we pass. Alright, and there we go. The Axis gives me an extra draw, as long as we don't redraw the Axis, which we did. Let's go form up. Let's go form up. Let's play this Ezreal. We get the free Mystic Shot from Ezreal. So even if we don't use that Ezreal Mystic Shot, it would just go back to the deck because of Temple. The opponent can block here. So this is 3, 5, 6. I probably had lethal, to be honest, if I just stunned the Flame Chompers, but the opponent definitely has units to block. Okay, they have the Joy Ray. So I'm glad that I didn't try to go for like that random lethal. Here we don't have to do anything. Here we just pass, right? The only way that they win this is with Jinx. And I have the way to kill Jinx, so we can just pass and let my Mystic go back to the deck. Because we're going to be drawing an extra card every single turn. You can mix it. We don't have a way to kill Jinx here, actually. Because we got double spinning ads. Okay, we have Mystic, Blaze Shot, Static, right? We also have the Katarina Blaze Edge, actually. So we definitely have ways to kill her now. And the opponent just sees the writing on the wall. And that's it, right? Like, I got lucky with the double Caustic Rift, especially when I got a little bit jumpy. Again, it was a misplay for me to use that Flock that early. Because that Flock needs to be safe for the Jinx. Because they didn't have any other way to deal with the Jinx. But misplay or not, I think this matchup ends up being pretty bad for the opponent because the Caustic Rift just completely blows out the Aggro. And that's the game that took us to Masters. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Poppy and Gnar. Okay, so when I see Bandle and Noxus, I tend to think Bandle tree, but because the opponent is not playing Nora, maybe it's actually gonna be aggro? Huh. This is weird. I'm gonna actually have Mulligan, see if we can find our Sunken Temple. Or something like Katarina to kind of give us a lot of pressure early on, or even one of our early blockers. Like if I find the Explorer, would be nice to play around potential Temple. If it is, to play around the potential Bandit tree. If it is Bandit tree, we do play. Okay, they kept 3 cards. If it is Bandit tree, we do play the. Not cute, not great. Draven is gonna be a good blocker against Aggro, I would say. We do play the Explorer, right? Against Bandle tree. But we didn't draw any of them, so that does feel kind of weird. I'm more convinced that it is going to be Bandle tree now that the opponent passed on turn 1. Let's just go here. Let's just go here. I'm down to kill that Grandfather Fade if the opponent lets me. Pie toss? I mean, not pie toss. Yeah, pie toss. Pie toss. Pie toss. I don't know why I second guess myself there. Yeah, like that's a great pie toss for them. The problem is that this guy gets up to. Ooh. Does that make sense?
I have the best job.
So I'm just gonna Draven. You can have the Mayor. Ooh. Alright, you want to pop that as soon as he comes down, so that the opponent doesn't get the value of an extra unit. Of course, they're gonna get some value here, but we're still gonna pop it right now. And now we have to look for a second Explorer, because it's very likely that the opponent has a second Bandle tree. It's very likely that the opponent has a second Bandle tree. If that's the case, I'm just going to pick Katarina now and try to, I guess, put pressure this way. The problem with Katarina is that she is losing to Pastry. So maybe we just hold back on Katarina for now. She's losing to Pastry plus another Pie Toss. And I cannot use her Blaze Edge right now, so I don't know that I actually want to play her. That's a great draw for them. That's a great draw for them. Wow, that's literally such a good created card from the Bandle tree. Again, this is the reason why you get rid of that Bandle tree as soon as you can. Like, kind of BS like that, right? Wow, that was a punish. So we're gonna have to play the Disintegrate into the Suppressor.
Where's my speech?
It's more important for us to be able to use our spells the right way than it is for them. So I'm gonna have to go for it this way. He gets rid of the Demacia card as well. So if they do have the tree, which they don't, because they tapped out a 3 mana right here, they could still have it, but I would say they don't. They can play the second Hungry Alcat. Maybe they're just looking to aggro us down. The Death Lotus does nothing here. It's gonna be 7 damage. Do we say okay to 7, or do we just give up the Draven?
Hey, buddy, what you doing?
I think we can give up the Draven. Second Disintegrate for the Poppies, not bad.
Draven out?
Without the banditry in the field, I mean, I don't have my Sunken Temple, so it's like both of us are kind of going to run out of resources. Okay, and as I say that, I get the Sunken Temple. If the opponent has their Explorer, they have their Explorer. Okay, they have their Explorers. I mean, I have to go for it. I have to go for it. I think it's too good of a value to not play the Sunken Temple down. And kind of go from there. I wonder if I should play this high note right now. So the opponent found one, I found one. I guess let's just play this here, right? I mean, this is a lot of damage. We can have the Death Lotus to pop the Acquisitioner. Opponent decides to put this on the Alka. I probably need to start using this formula soon. Okay. Bye-bye board. Bye-bye board. Opponent gets a Solani, because they got that from the Looping Telescope, by the way. So the Solani is going to be like a permanent threat that we have to worry about. Because why shouldn't we have to worry about Solani this game? Opponent's still keeping that pastry. It tells me that they probably have access to... Okay, well, they just used the Poke Stick now, so that makes me feel a little bit better. I think we go Formula first. We do have another Costa Rift in our deck that we could potentially get.
We made it. Yay. But our stuff didn't.
Gnar? I'll take the Gnar. Okay. Do we pop that Mayor? This is Aqua, right? Like, I mean... kind of feel like I want to pop that Mayor, but I also feel like I need to keep mana for Disintegrate in case that is something nice like that happens, right? So, we'll pass for now. Or do I want to use it right now? Let's just use it right now. Let's not waste that 1 mana. But the problem is that this lets them just develop something else next turn, and that's why I was wondering if I should just have waited. We can Miriam one of the Spinning Axes, and hopefully we don't draw it back. Mystic is nice. We can block Mystic.
Go away.
And just take 6. Get rid of one of the Mayors. I mean, not like the Mayor's gonna do a lot. Let's go Miriam first. That's a great draw. That's a great draw, because again, I'm just looking for cards at this point. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass here. Or maybe we keep this for... Like, how crazy am I to try to keep this? No, I think I need the draw, right? I think I need the draw. Yeah, I definitely think I need this draw. I'm just gonna pass here. We technically have access to Katarina plus Blaze Edge. We also can go Ezreal into the Mystic for the Ezreal. Opponent has a lot of spells. That's the problem, right? The opponent has a lot of spells here, and that's why they can't do anything. So they have like Disintegrate and stuff like that. So they're not able to really get anything done at all. So as long as we just level up this Ezreal, we're chilling. So I'm gonna let them kill this Brahmin if they want to. This is gonna let us level up the Ezreal. This will then let us play Formula, and again, as soon as we level up the Ezreal, we just have to find the time to just jump this Ezreal down.
It's majestic, like my mustache with bark.
We don't have the Explorer yet. We don't have the Explorer yet. I guess let's just go here. I don't want to give them Solani. We just used up our Telstone, so we have no way to destroy that second tree. Opponent's gonna start getting a bunch of free units here, which is gonna be a problem. $17 cards, so we have to get our second Explorer before they get value out of this. Opponent has like a bunch of pings and Disintegrate and stuff, so I have to be a little bit careful. Let's go Aloof first. Usually the card that gets created, there you go, it's like expensive. So they end up getting the Shadow Owls and nuts and stuff anyways. They have a bunch of disintegrates, stuff like that. I think we have to start pushing damage though. Just Buster Shot, alright? Let's use more removal here. We have a second Ezreal, so this makes me feel a little bit not as bad. If they put something on the stack... Yeah, that's the disintegrate, right? Okay. So, I might just go... Block... Blaze Edge... Mystic, right? Giving up the second Ezreal is a problem, though. Because I might need the second Ezreal anyways. If I go like this...
I know you're thinking and stuff, but could you maybe speed things up a little?
I need the second Ezreal. I need the second Ezreal, so I think what I'm gonna look to do here is just try to push damage. Opponent will get the Solani, but they already have Shyvana on the field. I had this disintegrate. If I could have used this Mystic Shot for one, I would have done that one and get rid of their second blocker. But what we can do here is just, I guess the opponent can have a flock, right? This could be a flock here. No, okay, so we get to push the 4 damage. Probably should have gone for the spinning axe as well. They have the flock here, okay. So the opponent, I think opponent made a mistake. I think you needed to go and stop the damage because being at 9, so this is 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6. We need 3 more damage that we need to find. You have no blockers. You can go pastry here. We can sentry anything that you summon next turn, or we can just wait until our next attack turn to use the sentry. So awkward, so awkward. Poppy? That's a good Poppy. It gives them the Demacia as well. And we have to block her, as well as block both units. We have to block, right? And we will take 2, and this will be 3, because if we don't block those 2, the opponent just kills us. If they don't open attack, I think we just go for the sentry. And we got another Ezreal now, so that's kind of the damage that we need, right?
My flesh or shadow.
So we go here, and that reduces the opponent's damage. We can drop down second Ezreal and just go disintegrate plus Mystic on the Gnar. We can even block the Shadows here if we want to. Okay, they have their own disintegrate? Yeah, but I have my own as well, right? So I can go like this. This would have been an extra damage if we did it to the Nexus. Well, an extra, yeah, it would have been an extra damage if we don't have 1 to 4. Actually, we had lethal. We did have lethal, right? That would have been 4, 3. Ah, that's fine. That's fine. Again, because we have the open attack next turn, opponent kind of has to be in a bad situation here. Because they can only push 3 damage here. They have these shadows here. We just open attack and just play the Ezreal, but we actually have lethal. If we put that Mystic Shot to face, opponent would have gone to 4. Then that other Mystic Shot would have been 1, and then the spinning axe would have been exactly 0. So we miss lethal. But unless the opponent has like double Poke Stick, it's not gonna. It shouldn't matter.
Really?
Because we can just go here. And if the opponent goes down to 1, we just go Ezreal. Yeah, I think we press okay here. Okay. Here's a punish. I died to a Minimorph. I actually died to a Minimorph because I didn't go for the spinning axe to finish the game there. Let them tap out of 6. I actually lose to a Minimorph. Okay, they tapped out of 6. Alright. Almost through the game. No, they still have the 6. They have the Bab. The Bab gives them the tough. Alright, it doesn't matter then. Alright, never mind. It doesn't matter. But I literally, like, threw the game. Like, I almost threw the game twice. By not committing lethal last time when we had it. And by forgetting about Minimorph being an answer to the Ezreal. A lot of people are not on Minimorph, but I know like in our Bandle tree deck, we are on at least one Minimorph just because of that. Like he's so good against stopping Ezreal, and this was our third Ezreal. So yeah, we should have just gone to lethal the turn before. I didn't make the math in my head. If we go in Mystic Shot phase twice and the Spitting Axe, it would have been exactly enough for lethal. So GG's. In this match, we're gonna against Shyvana and Aso. We get the Sunken Temple and we have Disintegrate. So this is not bad. Do I care for it right now though? I guess we might as well keep it just in case. That way we can just kill like a Shyvana when she comes down. We Mystic Shot plus Disintegrate. We're gonna shuffle our whole hand anyways with Sunken Temple. Okay, if we get Broadman as well after the Sunken Temple, that's gonna be really nice against their deck. Because they kind of rely on these big units, right? And these big units do get punished by these Disintegrates and Mystic Shot combos. That's a great draw. That's a great draw as well. Because I can just have Blaze Edge plus Disintegrate for free. Oh yeah, so here we're gonna go like this. We're gonna play Ezreal down. I'm gonna have this Blaze Edge next turn, not this turn. So then we play Katarina.
Let the bloodshed begin.
And now we have Blaze Edge into Disintegrate on whatever dragon the opponent plays. So whatever dragon the opponent plays will just die here. Let's go like this. I want the opponent to commit a single combat here. So I want the opponent to commit for their single combat before we try to kill the Shyvana. Because it's very easy for them to have the Shyvana. For them to save the Shyvana. Sharp side? Okay, well, it's not a single combat. It is a sharp side, but the answer is still the same, that the opponent taps out of answers, right? The idea is still the same, opponent taps out of answers, so we can just go here and just kill the Shyvana. Now, we level up Katarina, and the Katarina is gonna get sent back, because I definitely think we should put a temple down. But I don't care about sending Katarina back for now.
They'll never know what killed them.
Like, I think that's fine. Because I think the Sunken Temple is just so much more important. Granted, we do have a second Disintegrate, so maybe it actually makes more sense. I guess, ooh, we also have the Brahmin now. Do I actually need this temple then? Like, do I actually need this temple then? When we can just kill the second Shyvana here.
Suffer my fury.
Do I even play the Disintegrate? Do I just give them the Blaze Edge and just kill it?
My pleasure.
I think at this point I don't need the rally. I'm gonna say that I don't need the rally. We'll push the 1 damage. I don't know that I go after their Nexus, to be honest. I think I'm just gonna open attack. I think I prefer to keep that 2 mana. So we're gonna just open attack here. This is a great target for the Aso. But we're gonna shuffle it away. Because I think this is the time where we do Temple. I guess it depends on what the opponent does. If the opponent plays a scary dragon, I might just go Brahmin. Might actually just go Brahmin anyways. Because having the Brahmin on the field is just gonna make their life so much difficult. But Temple. I'm gonna get invaded by the value of Temple. I might be getting invaded by the Temple value. I think having Broadman on the field is just gonna be a permanent Disintegrate that the opponent's gonna have to deal with. So I think I'd rather just go for it this way. Whatever unit the opponent plays, I can play. I'm not gonna play Mystic Shot on that. I don't even need to do this. Like, I don't know that I care that much about the Dragon Guard. I think, again, I'd rather keep my mana. I guess, honestly, I should have done the Mystic, because the Custard Rip is going to cost me 4 mana anyway, so that would have been the 2 mana that would have actually let us kind of level up our Ezreal as well. I think at this point, it's Temple time, right? I guess we can go aloof and just pop their Azul here. Now let's go Temple. Let's go Temple. We have double Mystic, so we can actually just kill, stop a single combat.
No reinforcement.
I'll block it here. I'll throw a single combat. I'll throw a Mystic shot at it if you have a form up. Yeah. So I'll just throw this Mystic shot on it, and now the opponent loses that unit anyways. And we eat up a card from them. So let's say that they have Azul here, right? They have Azul. We did just shuffle our hand, but we're gonna get a free Mystic from Ezreal. And we now also have the Blaze Edge. So yeah, this hand looks so much better now. I could technically kill the Azul with the aloof, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get my free Mystic. If the opponent has a third Sharp Sight, they can do it, but that would tap them out and be able to play Azul this turn. We have the Rally, so we get the Blaze Edge, so we can get through the Spell Shield, no problem. Between the Mystics and the Spell and the Blaze Edge, it's just free. It's free value. And the cool combo here with the Sunken Temple and Ezreal is the fact that your extra Mystics go back to your hand, go back to your deck, even if you don't use them this turn. Like, even if you don't use them this turn, they're just gonna go right back to your deck. So I could literally just attack with Ezreal again, attack with Katarina, and just set it up for us to be okay. I mean, obviously I have to worry about overdrawing, but still. Like, I don't have to be the one doing anything. Like, before you kind of got baited into like, oh, my Mystic Shot is fleeting, it's gonna go away. So what? I mean, at this point, again, it doesn't matter. You're gonna just now send it back with the Temple, so you actually get cards out of it.
I've got better things to do.
But it hasn't played the Dragon yet. It's actually funny that they got that from the Researcher. Because I'm sure they're main decking that as well. Organic Mans, okay. So we just go here. Whatever the opponent blocks the Katarina with is going to be a damaged card now. We have exactly 8 cards, so 8 cards in our hand, so we're going to get Katarina and the Mystic Shot back. You got to be a little bit careful with your hand size, right? That way you don't accidentally obliterate the Katarina. We can go Katarina again. This time I do have to use some of this stuff, right? So that we don't lose the Katarina. It's also gonna let us level up the Ezreal, right? Because we have a 1-mana Mystic and a 1-mana Blaze Edge, we can freely go like this. Because even if the opponent plays single combat from here, we have Blaze Edge and Mystic to punish it. If they play single combat from here, then we just go for the Mystic Shot. We also have the Death Ray anyways, that's 1 mana. Oh, they're gonna hush it. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Okay. Let's go Death Ray here and just level up this Ezreal.
I'm so good, I surprised myself.
And again, we can just get this Mystic Shot down into our hand. Push the 2 damage with Ezreal. Get the Mystic Shot down to our hand.
This might hurt.
And throw one of these Mystic Shots at the opponent.
If you could back it up.
Let's just go like this. I'm not even gonna attack with Katarina, so that we don't send her back. And yeah, let's just play this Mystic Shot. Ooh, why am I doing that to the unit instead of the Nexus? This is an extra damage if we do it to the Nexus because it's doing 3. So look at that. All these Mystic Shots are now gonna be in our deck, which means that if we draw them with Azul, if we draw them, we're just chilling, right? And there you go. We drew one of them. We drew an Ezreal. We have Caustic Glyph. So the opponent just loses a burst speed, and we drew a second one. Yeah, the opponent just loses a burst speed no matter what we do.
There are none like me.
Sorry, opponent. Yeah, so we just go. We go here. We go here. And that's 4 damage. That's real things. That's real things. GG's. Hey, welcome back everyone. Hope you enjoyed those games of Ezreal, Draven, Katarina. Sunken Temple is just busted. Like, Sunken Temple is such a busted card that everybody's forced to run Explorers, or otherwise you're gonna lose to a Sunken Temple on turn 5. You know, let's just say how it is, right? Like, this card is just ridiculous. Now, with that said, it is a very kind of slow control deck, and you could technically run out of resources if you don't get Sunken Temple or if you don't draw your formulas. That is also why we're playing triple formulas. So just be careful of how you use your resources when you're using removal, etc., so that you're not careful not to find yourself when you have nothing that you can do, right? Like, even against a Bandle 3 player, it was very close because I felt like I was kind of running out of resources kind of the later part of the game. Of course, they also did get lucky with that Stunning Suppressor from the first Bandle 3, but that it is what it is, right? That kind of had to force my hand with a Disintegrate plus a Blaze Edge, which I'd rather use something else, but anyways, it is what it is, right? Strategy-wise, again, you're just trying to make your opponent's life very sad. You don't want them to play the game. So that's why we have all this removal, right? That Blaze Edge, Mystics, High Notes, Caustic Rift, Static Shocks, Death Lotus even, right? Katarina, Lord Broadman, all these things that just stop the opponent from like getting to their game plan, while you slowly try to build up this Ezreal to just kill the opponent with all your spells. What really works with Ezreal is when you have the Sunken Temple, because again, you can kind of send those Mystic shots back to the deck. You can have all this reduced cost spell, which allows you to just like OTK the opponent, because the problem with Ezreal is the fact that you might not have enough mana to play all the things in your hand before Ezreal gets removed. But with the Sunken Temple, reducing the cost of your cards, it's not that difficult for you to have enough mana to just play everything and just kill the opponent. So that's the general strategy. Just kind of throughout the early to mid-game, you're kind of just doing everything that you can to make the opponent's life a little bit miserable, trying to put some chip damage in there with Draven and Katarina. On turn 5, you want to set up that Sunken Temple if you can, turn 5 or turn 6. And then later on in turns 8, 9, that's when you want to already have your Ezreal level up, bring him down, and just try to finish the opponent out with the burn. That's going to be your general strategy. In terms of mulligan, I do like mulliganing for Temple. I think that Temple is just so important. The only time I will not do that is if I'm going against Aggro. Like if I'm going against like a Jinx Draven, like you saw in today's video, then I probably want to look for this Caustic Rift. Or depending on what aggro deck you're going against, you might have to keep certain control tools. But for the most part, mulliganing for Sunken Temple so you can drop it down in turn 5 is the most important part that makes this deck really work. So yeah, mulligan for that. Sometimes I keep Draven as well. We do have one of Draven only, but aside from that, everything else I just want to look for the Temple and just kick everything else out. But anyways, hope you enjoyed today's games. If you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You can also become a member of our channel now. So there's 2 tiers, Gladiators or Champions, each one with their own different perks. Like for example, our Champion members get access to an extra video every single week from us. And with that said, I do want to say a huge shout out to Kevin and to Shumito10, who are 2 newest Gladiators that have joined the channel over the past day. That means that now we're only two members away from reaching our goal of 30 members. So hopefully we can get there in the next couple of days. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the support there. You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund. We stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.